Town of North Brookfield. This letter is an expression of my deep appreciation for our first responders. On December 13th, 2019, we experienced a horrible fire at our residence. Thanks to the quick response of Police Officer Martin, Fire Chief Hallway, and the other men and women of both departments, I'm writing this letter. Their quick response to my cries for help were truly commendable. Their courageous actions that night have left me in awe. I'm so proud to say I'm a resident of North Brookfield, and thanks to them, I'm able to do so. Sincerely, Rosalind Harrison. Gerard
Mazina.
Mazina, so it looks like.
Rosina, 72 Old East Brookfield Road. Thank you.
Excellent work. I think Officer Martin's in the house, so very good. All right. Before we get to what everybody's here for tonight, we got one more article that we need to dispense with. Does anybody have anything they need to address with the board? Public comment period. Anybody got a public comment they would like to? Okay. Then, we are going to proceed with the promotional ceremony for Officer Christopher Donay. So, the selectmen saw an issue with the emergency management group in North Brookfield, in shortage of training and monies and operational readiness as we saw it. So we approached the police chief about bringing that back under the umbrella of the police department. Originally it was Sergeant Doug Blood that was running it. He was still the director, and I just don't think the attention is there from somebody who's not in the town 24 hours or is a full-time employee of the town that can devote some attention to the needs of that group. So we approached Chief Smith, and we put it to Chief Smith, and we talked about it, and we decided that we were going to move it back to the police department, quasi-police department function. And the chief thought that that was a supervisory position, and he had just the person. There were some other things that we took into consideration on this also, and I will let the chief come up and give us a recommendation, formal recommendation.
Thank you, Selectman Kaiser. Thank you, Board. As you said, Selectman Kaiser, we talked about when the position was brought to my attention and what was going to be required of it. This, for me, was very simple in making a decision of who I was going to recommend to the board. For a couple of reasons. We certainly have a department of everybody who was qualified to do a lot of things, but this time I was going to pull on experience. I was going to recommend, and did recommend, Officer Chris Donay to the board for many reasons. I know already he's taken an expressed interest in writing grants for the town, which I know is a big part of emergency management. He's written two, he's been successful with two. He likes to write, so I think this is a perfect position for him because there is a lot of writing involved with that as well as the emergency management. We know there's a ton of grants out there. Aside from that, Officer Donay brings over 32 years of experience with him into this position of being a sergeant. He was prior sergeant as well, and when he was in Sturbridge. So he has experience there. He's experienced as a detective. His experience in a whole bunch of things that I could probably keep talking about all night long, and which would probably upset him. Because he's very humble and he doesn't want me to talk about all the stuff he can and do and does for the department. He is also currently working on his master's degree. I know any project that I've asked Chris to take on, he has done, and he's done with great diligence, especially jumping into the grant writing. I feel my recommendation to the board is solid when I say that I know that he will do everything that the board is looking to do with it. I know he has the capability and the set of tools to make it successful. There's other things that we're gonna have him do on top of that. Emergency management was one of them. I also would like to get into, for the department, he's gonna be doing a lot more writing that I don't know if he's quite aware of, but he's gonna be working on getting accreditation towards the department, looking for certification. And that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and as well as emergency management. So to the board, this was an easy one for me to recommend. I recommend to Chris Donace to the board for the position of sergeant for the North Brookfield Police Department.
Thank you, Chief. So I will entertain a motion to promote Chris Donace to the rank of sergeant on the North Brookfield Police Department.
I'll make that motion.
A second?
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Now I will entertain a motion to appoint Sergeant Christopher Donace as the Director of Emergency Management for the town of North Brookfield.
So moved.
Second?
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So, our town clerk is here. Sergeant Donace, please come up.
Congratulations.
you.
Raise your right hand. Do you, Christopher Donay, swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and the bylaws of the town of North Brookfield?
I do.
Do you swear to impart to your profession standards of quality and integrity, so that the conduct of the affairs of your office shall be above reproach and merit public confidence in the position of police sergeant?
I do.
Do you swear to perform the duties incumbent on you in good faith and to the best of your ability, and uphold such laws and bylaws to which the position of police sergeant may be subject to, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now I would ask Chief Smith to please pin the new badge on Sergeant Donace.
This one I got my jump wings too. Oh, kind of right into my chest. Thanks. It's a new shirt. Sorry. Congratulations. Thank you.
So, to Sergeant Donace, the Board of Selectmen would like to present you with a plaque with your new rank. And the plaque is a testament to your competence, diligence, and integrity. All subordinate officers are hereby commanded to obey you in your said capacity, wherein you will diligently discharge the duties of said office with honor and fidelity to your superior officers, the North Brookfield Police Department, and the Board of Selectmen of the town of North Brookfield. Congratulations.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck.
And our state rep, Donnie Berthium, wishes he could be here tonight. He's a good friend to police everywhere. Unfortunately, I guess it's the state of the state tonight. So he sent along a commendation from the House of Representatives on your achievement, and this is quite an achievement from the State House.
Thank
So
you.
congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Is there any further business to come before the board? Anybody? So the police department has brought some celebratory food and what else over there? Wine? No? All right, so if there's nothing else to come before the board, I will entertain a motion to adjourn, and everybody, please stay and congratulate Sergeant Donace and enjoy.
So moved.
Second?
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Have a good night, everybody.